Hello, welcome back to my channel. Copper Dragons here, and I'm going to be playing some more KNACK. So let's hop right in. But yeah, last night, ever since I started my channel to last night, I've been noticing like my relevancy hasn't been really growing too much. And I've been asking some frankly pretty big streamers for advice on how to grow bigger and stuff. And I know that they're not, it's not their responsibility to help me out and stuff, but the first thing that they do is immediately ban me from chat without even acknowledging what I was saying, even though I was being really respectful, really polite, and stuff like that about it. And I even mentioned that I was struggling gaining relevancy, like and even streamers like Ludwig was being a complete jerk to me. He banned me from chat almost immediately. I get it's not their responsibility to, help out anyone. I know it's not their responsibility for that, but the least that they could do is give me a little warning or whatever, or, actually help me out a little bit, instead of just immediately banning me from chat. That could be the least they could do as someone with their audience, whenever somebody who clearly mentioned that they were struggling, gaining relevancy, that's the least that they could do. Instead of just immediately banning me from chat. I didn't even do anything that was worth the ban. I was being highly respectful, highly polite about it, and everything. And yet they still had they still thought that they had every right to ban from chat. So add that to enough. There's another reason for me to hate streamers. And they were even pretty big streamers too, that I was asking. I know it's not the responsibility to do that stuff, but I'm just saying they could be a good person, and they could actually not ban me from chat almost immediately, and actually either give me a slight warning about it, or anything else besides immediately ban me from chat before even fully acknowledging what was said. I knew people were that has got to be the most arrogant and self-centered thing I've ever said. The only thing that I even can think that of what I did was oh, they're a threat to my money, income, and stuff. So, boom, ban, instant ban. That's the only thing that I can think of for why I was banned from chat. Because I was gonna end up probably being a massive threat to their income. I was asking for advice on how to gain notoriety and stuff. How is that a threat to your notoriety? Whenever I didn't even say anything remotely close to that. You could be a nice, you could actually be an upstanding part of what you could, handle that in a really more, a massively more polite way of doing that stuff, instead of, banning me from chat almost instantly. Yeah, you have to collect relics from those paths, which is why I was walking back and forth. that little bit of relevance for the greater good here.
Hey, give those back.
Oh man. Like, I hate it whenever streamers claim to be, like, just whenever they just think, oh, I'm getting a little bit of notoriety, so I automatically think I'm the next Jesus Christ. Like, I hate whenever streamers do that. Like, you are just as you. Like, I hate whenever anybody does that for, like, just because of some minuscule and meaningless things, you are honestly no better than the rest of us. Just because of some meaningless and worthless things that have no importance in the long run. So get over yourself and actually understand that nothing you have done makes you any better than the rest of us. Like, you are, at that point, they are just too full of themselves. Turn off my mic. Okay, that was pretty close. And honestly, like, I don't see why people think that, oh, just because of some minuscule thing, like my gender, look, race, wealth, fame, power, stuff like that. Like, I don't see why people get so full of themselves to the point of them thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna be the next Jesus Christ since I have some minuscule thing that absolutely has no meaning in the long run." Like, come on, just get over yourself. You are no more special than the rest of us. Like, just get over yourself at that point. Like, nothing you do will make you any more special than the rest of mankind. Nothing you do will ever change that. If you want my honest opinion, nothing you will do or have ever done will ever change the fact that you are just as human as the rest of us. Get over yourself at that point. Nothing will change the fact that you are human. So quit pretending like you're gonna be the next Jesus Christ over meaningless things. Like a modern day Jesus Christ. Like, nothing you have ever done or will ever do will ever change the fact that you are just a regular, ordinary, everyday human that got a little bit of relevance or just got too full of yourself one day that you think that you are better than anybody else. Like, I am younger than most of those people, and even I can see that. Heck, I'm even younger than people like Jack Doherty, and he is a scumbag, and even I can see how wrong his behavior is. I am younger than most of the content creators you see today. You know, like I am 19, like, and stuff. And like, even I can see how messed up a lot of these content creators' behavior truly is. Like, there are so little actually good content creators anymore that it's just not even funny. Like, if you want my honest take on that. Like, honestly. And the thing is, a lot of those good content creators came from the early days of YouTube. I admit, I am not the best person out there. I admit that. I've made a lot of mistakes, but what human hasn't? Like, what human hasn't made at least one mistake? And if you say that you haven't made a single mistake in your entire life, then yeah, you are just full-blown lying, or you're someone with the mentality of an infant. Like, like honestly, grow up a little for these modern content creators. Just grow up. I am 19 and I still act more mature than like 99% of these modern content creators. Like, I am 19, which, mind you, is younger than like all of them, and yet I still act way more mature than what any of them ever have. Like, honestly, I actually, have this little thing called a brain and a conscience, so maybe they might need that. They might need to use that every once in a while. See how wrong a lot of the things that they do are, full-blown incorrect or wrong. Like, there are very few content creators out there anymore that I actually have, full-on respect for. Unless if they get outed for something completely terrible, and there's actual, genuine proof behind it. But so far, I haven't seen anything come out against a lot of these bigger content creators. Like, from the original side of YouTube. If you want my honest take. Like, I know I'm pretty new to this stuff, but I'm still trying to, revive classic YouTube. Like, YouTube is nowhere near what it used to be. Like, it's all just drama anymore. Like, it's all just frivolous drama that has no meaning in the long run. Unless if, it's some kind of sex crime or whatever. Then, yeah, that's gonna have some long-time, that's gonna have some long-time damage on people, especially the victim. Like, it's gonna have some long-time damage on the victims, and yeah, that's the only time that we should never forgive them, because those people are going to be damaged for the rest of their lives. But if it's something meaningless, like a meaningless scam that could have just as easily been handled in court, then yeah, that's a meaningless drama. But if it's and the thing is, a lot of this drama content on YouTube, yeah, it's pointless, because a lot of it could have easily been handled. You're just making it worse for the victims, just by talking about it, whenever it should have easily been handled in court. I don't care if the victim, Like, if the victim doesn't want to come out about it, then yeah, that changes a lot. Because, yeah, that's gonna make it harder to deal with it in court if the victim doesn't want to talk about it. But if somebody else wants to, like, if somebody close to them wants to take it to court for the victim, then yeah, that's perfectly okay too. But you're just making all the evidence worse for them, for the victim, just by covering it like the way you do, by just trying to, become the next Jesus Almighty, just by talking about it like that. Like, you're just making it worse for the victim at that point. Like, it's not as big as what you think it should become. Like, I get that it needs to be talked about, but only after it's been settled in something like court. Come on, you're just making it worse for everybody here. The only person you're even remotely helping here is the predator himself or herself. Like, that's the only person you're really helping here by covering it. Like, just put 2 seconds of thought into that. Instead of saying, oh, I'm gonna, try and help this person by inevitably making it worse for them in the long run. Like, that is not helping anyone besides your own wallet and the predator. That is not helping anyone there. If you want my honest take on that. But honestly, I don't see how Beyblade got so popular to begin with. It's just spinning tops hitting each other. I knew people could get floored, but not that.
Is red bad? Oh yeah, red's bad.
Darn it. Honestly, there's a good reason why you should honestly respect a lot more of these classic channels over these modern ones. Like, honestly. Because a lot of these classic channels actually have, something worth, respecting, unlike these modern channels. I just feel like whenever I'm, big neck, I have, far better combat capabilities. Like, like it just feels that way because, like, with small neck, it just makes it harder for me to see, like, where I'm heading and stuff, and if I'm actually hitting the enemies until they're dead, you know, which is like, which is why I prefer using the bigger necks, um, over the little ones. I wish I had some more sun crystals right now, because that would honestly help me out a lot here. Wow, I only managed to get one hit on. Hey, one hit is better than no hit. In this example, anyways. I got what, 5 hits there? 4 or 5 hits. Hey, I'm still improving though. Hopefully that would be the hardest battle in the game, hopefully, from here on out. Well, don't tell me it sent me all the way back here. Oh god, it did. Honestly, what should we expect from the YouTube Roblox community right now? Like, with all these predators from the Roblox community coming out. Like, what should we expect from a bunch of grown men and women playing a game meant for little kids? Like, what should we expect by them? Honestly. Like, what should we expect from a bunch of grown men and women playing a game that is mostly inhabited by little kids? Like, what should we expect there? Outside of, them obviously gonna end up being a predator. Like, I play Roblox sometimes, but that's like very rarely. Like, I very rarely ever play Roblox. I just realized that how the game is literally made and meant for children. And that most of the games on there aren't even that good. Like, I'm actually smart enough to realize that it's meant for kids. That I'm a grown man, and I clearly shouldn't be on Roblox to begin with, if you want my honest take on it. But honestly, stuff like Diddy jokes, like, that's not funny anymore. It was never funny, because that dude is a full-on nutcase. He's a nutcases of nutcases. So why are we making jokes about him again? Why? Because he had 1,000 bottles of baby oil That's not really something worth joking over. Like, if you can only joke about predators, then yeah, get a life at that point. If your only joke is about a serial predator that has harmed so many people by now, but get a life at that point. Wait, or can you not think for yourself and you're just a part of a sheep mentality? And you gotta be like a lemming, jumping off the cliff whenever you see everyone else doing it. Yeah, I might want to stay away from that laser as much as possible. So I gotta avoid a laser and avoid attacks from enemies. And the laser feels like it can go off at any time. So yeah. Well, I've basically been through this so many times that I've basically developed a new type of neuroscience on when I should go and what times I should attack. I dodged that! I dodged that! How did it hit me whenever I clearly was still above it? Like, that is some full crap coding right there. But then again, this is an early PlayStation 4. This is an early PS4 title, so what should I expect there? Okay, God. That took so long. Wait, did I just encounter a bug or something? By allowing me to grab those relics really easily, even though the barrier was still up.
Guys, can't we just talk this over?
Wow, I already went through 30 minutes. Almost 30 minutes of the video. I'm still nowhere near where I want to stop. Even though I can only record for a max of an hour due to my PS5's limitations. But honestly, like, I don't see why people want to make jokes about Diddy whenever he's literally had multiple accusations of him being a modern day O.J. Simpson. Drugging and taking advantage of women. Like, that is just a modern day O.J. Simpson. Or Or was it Bill Cosby? I always get those two confused. I always get O.J. Simpson and Bill Cosby confused. Like, not on a racial thing, but I'm just saying. Like, I'm pretty sure it's where their crimes took place so close together or something. Like, I don't know what else I could think of that, would not make me sound like a mass racist. Like, I don't know what I could say that would make me not look like a racist by saying, oh, I always get Bill Cosby and O.J. Simpson confused, even though they had two completely different crimes. Like, honestly, it's just so hard to keep track of all these criminals these days. Like, with how much drama there's going on online and stuff. Like, how much drama there is in this world. It's just so hard to keep track of it all. Of all the names and stuff. Especially with how many criminals there are and stuff. No damage from that one. Even though I do have damage, it wasn't from that. Hold on, I'm gonna have to turn off my mic after this. Wait up. Okay, I'm back. Like, it's just honestly really hard to keep up with all this drama, like, and stuff. Like, honestly, it's the hardest thing in the world, keeping up with real world crimes, all this online drama, all that stuff. Like, it's honestly really tiring to have to keep up with all of it. Like, I'm still pretty big into YouTube, but, like, I'm still mad at what YouTube has become. Like, with all this drama, all this pointless drama and stuff. Like, I admit, there are some scammers out there that are terrible people, like I mentioned earlier in this video, like, look at Logan Paul. He was literally making fun of people who killed themselves. And was just laughing at the guy with his friends that are clearly just yes men. Like you can't go any lower than that. And also there's stuff like Mr. Beast, who allegedly had been hosting a lot of scams. Yeah, he has a pretty shady past with people like Ava Chris Tyson and that guy who he called Delaware. Yeah, you can't go anywhere lower than that whenever he clearly had to have known it. Like, before all that stuff came out that those people were like that.
You'll be staying here while we sort things
Like,
out.
honestly,
Beautiful
there's
room.
no way he
It has
couldn't
the
have
best view in
known.
the castle.
Were we really so predictable, Katrina?
Yes, you were, Doctor. You want the truth. It pains me. You have all that talent, and you can't find anything to do with it but projects like your unmanageable pet. Now, Victor, he has vision. You need to watch and learn. The world is about to change, and he'll be the one who changed it. The truth is, I hope you like this room, because you're not setting a foot outside of it until you wise up and start working with Victor rather than against him. Oh, and Lucas, you lost this during all the commotion. I thought you might want it back.
She's hot, but she's more of an insane, kind of hot, like a crazy, you know. I mean, not my forte, crazy. That's not my forte. Well, I'm gonna end the video here. I'll see you in the next video. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. So, see you later. Bye-bye.